I want you to think about the following thought. No one improves by accident. If you want to grow, you have to do it intentionally. Because growth is not automatic. Growth requires intention. It requires decision. It requires personal responsibility. John Maxwell calls this the law of intentionality. Growth is the only guarantee that tomorrow you will be better. This law is the reason why so many people want to improve their lives, but very few actually do. It's not due to a lack of dreams. It's not due to a lack of skills. It's not due to a lack of opportunities. It's because they expect change to come from outside without realizing that true change always begins within. Many people believe that just living life will make them grow. But that is an illusion that keeps us stagnant. Years make us age, yes, but they don't make us better. Growth occurs when we turn each day into an opportunity to learn, progress, and become someone with greater capacity to fulfill their purpose. The law of intentionality teaches us that there are invisible barriers that hold us back and that we must recognize in order to overcome them. The first barrier is the assumption of growth, that comfortable and misleading belief that progress will come on its own. That experience will make us wise without effort, but experience only teaches when it is accompanied by reflection, humility, and correction. A person can repeat the same mistakes for 10 years and believe they have 10 years of experience when in reality they have repeated the same year 10 times. Growing means learning something new from what we lived through, even from those things that did not go as we wanted. The second barrier is the mistake of knowledge, thinking that we must have all the answers before we start. Most people wait until they feel ready, and that's why they never start. The truth is that the path of growth is not fully revealed from the beginning. It lights up step by step. Only moving forward gives you clarity. Only taking action allows you to discover what comes next. The third barrier is the false belief in motivation. Many wait to feel inspired to act, but motivation does not precede action. Motivation is born from action. It's when you do what you need to do, even without desire, that you awaken the energy you need to continue. The more you act, the more you want to move forward. The more you advance, the more you believe in yourself. The fourth barrier is the illusion of time. We think that tomorrow will be easier when there is more money, when the children grow up, when there are fewer problems. But that perfect moment does not exist. Life will always be full of challenges, responsibilities, and distractions. Time is never found, it is created. Growth needs space and priority. If you don't take control, life will fill your days with the urgent and neglect the important. The fifth barrier is the mistake of expectations. We believe that growth will be quick and easy. We want to see immediate results. But growth is a process that hurts, that demands discipline, sacrifice, consistency, and facing what makes us uncomfortable. Leaving the familiar zone is hard. But staying there costs much more because it steals the future you could build. Now, I want to tell you a real story. The story of an entrepreneur I met a few years ago. His name is Rodrigo. He worked in a job that offered neither growth nor personal satisfaction. Every morning, he left home with a silent hope that something would change on its own. He consumed motivation. He dreamed of having his own business. He talked about the future he wanted, but his life remained exactly the same. One day, his boss told him something that shook him deeply. He said, "There will be no promotion for you. Enjoy what you have because this is the best you're going to get." That phrase hurt him to the core. But it was also the push he needed. That night, instead of complaining as he always did, he did something new. He took a sheet of paper and asked himself a powerful question. What decision should I make today to avoid being stuck tomorrow? That question sparked a fire. And he wrote down three simple but transformative decisions. Train myself for 30 minutes daily. Talk to 5 new people each day about an opportunity. And get up an hour earlier every day without excuses. The first days were tough. His body wanted to sleep. His mind wanted to procrastinate. But he reminded himself, if I want a different life, I must become a different person. And little by little, discomfort became a habit. The habit became growth. And growth turned into results I once saw as impossible. Rodrigo stopped waiting for the world to change. He changed. He went from a frustrated employee to a purpose driven entrepreneur, from follower to leader, from dreamer to doer. His success was not a stroke of luck, it was the fruit of his intentionality. That is the essence of this law. Do not wait. Act. Do not wish. Decide. Do not just survive, grow. Now, I want you to think about yourself. What decisions have you postponed for too long? What dreams have you kept in a drawer out of fear, doubt, or believing that it wasn't the right time? What conversations with yourself do you need to have to awaken the dormant courage within you? I want you to answer these three questions honestly. One, what is it that you truly want to change in your life over the next year? Two, what specific action can you start today to move closer to that change? 3. What commitment are you willing to keep with yourself even when you're afraid or don't feel like it? Write down your answers because what is not written down is forgotten, and what is forgotten is never fulfilled. Growth is not an emotion, it is a decision made today, a decision renewed every day. The law of intentionality reminds us that the future is not written. You are writing it now with your choices. Every purposeful step is a silent victory over your past self. Each day of growth brings you closer to the life you deserve to live. Don't wait for the path to be free of obstacles. Don't wait to feel ready. Take the step. Because today's action is tomorrow's triumph. Because your transformation begins with a decision. And that decision is called growing intentionally. So I ask you one last question. What will you decide now that you know this truth? Will you keep waiting or will you start building the life you desire? See you in the next episode, The Law of Consciousness. We will discover who you really are and which path aligns with your purpose. Because only when you know yourself can you grow in the right direction. I am your friend Daniel Perex. Until then, thank you for reaching the end of the video. I hope you continue to enjoy the course content until the end. If you are an entrepreneur and want to invest in an online store that pays you rent every month, click on the link found in the description or somewhere on this page to get in touch and learn more about how you can do it. See you in the next video.